Hey guys, Adam here with AmericanTrucks.com, and today we're taking a closer look at and installing the projector headlights in the chrome finish available for the 15 to 17 F-150s with factory halogens. Now, if your F-150 came with halogens off the factory line, this is a great upgrade for your 15 to 17 to give it a more modern look with an LED DRL, which by the way is super bright, similar to that of the 18 and newer F-150s or the next gen. Now, if you're looking to give your front end look that upgrade, this is going to be a great way to go. It's got an OEM fitment, and it doesn't really deviate too much from the factory styling as far as having chrome interior designs. The layout is very similar. Another change will be the fact that you're getting the projector style bulb here with a low H9 bulb and a high beam H11. Now, this guy uses a clear lens as well, so it's not smoked. That way you don't have to worry about any lighting output being impeded. This guy is fully bright, very much more attractive than the factory option, and looks really good. Again, similar to the new gen. Now, this one comes in right around 500 bucks, and what you get with that is both sides. You get upgraded bulbs, all the wiring is done for you. You don't have to worry about a thing. Now, the DRL LED bar is already spliced in, so no cutting, no splicing, no wiring. It's a direct plug and play, and this guy's gonna operate like a DRL and come on with your parking lights. It'll come on with your headlights, and of course, you can turn them off if you will as well. Now guys, if you're not really feeling the flashy chrome finish and you're looking to deviate a little bit farther away from an OEM look, there are black interior headlight options available to give you a more stealthy look. There's smoked lenses out there as well if you're not looking for the clear lens and looking to go really aggressive. So there's a personal preference out there for everyone and a product to fit them. Now, this guy's install is going to get 1 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. Because it's a plug and play finish, you can have it done in about 30 minutes, maybe an hour from start to finish. It's super simple. I'm going to take you every step of the way. What do you say we get started?
Tools used in this install include an impact gun or a ratchet, extension, 10mm socket, Phillips head screwdriver, and a panel removal tool.
First step of the uninstall here, you're going to pop your hood, and we're going to focus on our driver's side. Now, the headlights have this headlight trim panel surrounding it. There's one push pin clip up top and a few we have to tackle in the wheel well. So let's do up top first. I'm going to use my panel removal tool and just pop this guy up. Like that. Now we can focus on the inner wheel well. All right, so now in our wheel well here we have 2 Phillips head screws. Now you may have some 7mm bolts or something similar. Grab the tool that you need to get yours off, and we're going to remove them. All right, now because our model here has this fender flare, we have to take that clip out. It's clipped into this trim panel right about here. So I'm gonna use my panel removal tool, head in here, and just pry this back, just like that. Now the clip looks like it came off and it's still attached to that, but that's okay. We can tackle that when we reinstall. Now we can take this trim panel off. Now if you need to use your panel removal tool to help you out here, you can. You can start from the top and everything just disconnects. All right, so now we have a couple of 10mm bolts we need to get off. Now there's 3 straight across. Ours is missing one here, but it'll be 10mm, 1 on the side, and then we'll go up top. So now up top, we can take these 2 10mm off. All right, so we have 1 more hidden bolt. Now, if you go to the left side here, this tab, straight back, you'll see a 10mm. I'm gonna use my extension and my 10 socket, and I'm gonna squeeze this guy past and unbolt it. If you're careful enough, the bolt will come straight out with you. So now you can take the top and the bottom of the headlight and pull it straight back. All right, so here we have our headlight harness. So we're gonna pinch and disconnect that. Same thing here, pinch and disconnect, and then finally the turn signal up in the corner. Now we can set this aside. All right, so we got our factory headlight off of our 15 F-150 behind me, and it's on the table next to our new projector style option. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of similarities between the 2 kits, but mainly the big difference is going to be how this upgrades you to have a nice LED DRL. The DRL is short for daytime running light, which is what you get with that bright white LED surrounding the entire housing there. Now, this is very similar to the newest generation F-150 factory headlight. You're really upgrading your previous gen F-150 to have the more modern technology there. Another change being made is going from the factory halogen style look to a new projector style look. You have H9 low and H11 high beams already included in this kit. They're already put together. You're just transferring over your amber bulbs for your turn signal and parking lights. Now the chrome interior housing is very similar. The small design changes to make it updated looking. You're still getting the same ABS construction for the entire housing with the same type of lens. You have a clear acrylic lens that's great for impact resistance. It's also going to make sure that all the lighting output gets through. So if you like the chrome look of the factory styling with just a more modern look, this is the way to go. Now, like I said, we have to transfer over some bulbs. Now I want to show you guys the back of the units before we do so. Very similar looking. You can see two projector styles, top and low. Kind of looks like this a little bit there, but you can see the LED wiring and whatnot coming off of it as well. So what we're going to do is transfer over the ambers and get back to install. All right, so here we can go up to our corner amber light. We're going to take that, spin it, and pull it straight back. Now we can transfer this over. So for this, what we're gonna have to do is pull the factory bulb out. So we're taking that out and replacing it with the new LEDs. That's gonna plug straight into the factory housing. There we go. You have to put some firm pressure on it to get it to line up correctly. Now you can feed the wiring harness back into the housing here and twist to connect. Now this larger guy's a little bit simpler. We're still going to twist and disconnect, but we don't have to replace the bulb here. It's going to go straight into the new housing. All right, so we now have our new headlight set up against our truck, and we have to plug our harnesses in. Now I want to start with this corner bulb because it's a little specific in the way that we do it. Because we have a new connector on the inside, I like to take this guy out and make sure I know which side the negative and the positive wires are on. That way when we plug this in, we know that they're plugged in facing the right direction. So here we have the connector lined up. It looks like they were put in correctly the first time, which is good. The black here, you want to line up on the same side as the black wire on your factory harness. So your ground matches your ground and your positive matches your positive. If they're reversed, unplug this guy, flip it, plug it back in the other way, and you'll be good. All right, so we're doing that, and we're going to plug this guy back in. Perfect. All right, so this one's going to be pretty easy. We just take the brown connector, clip that into the brown connector, and then finally these two match up. And we don't have to play with any of the wiring because they're preset out of the box. Once you snap that down, we can start installing. From here, what we're going to do is basically pick this up and push it into position. All right, so now what we're going to do is just take note of these retainer pins here. That's going to go into that slot. There's one up here, and that'll help you line things up. Just like that. All right, so now you can just grab your factory bolts. I'm gonna start at the top here just to make sure it's held in position and tighten everything back down. Next one I'm gonna do is the one that's tucked in. So I'm gonna put the bolt on my socket and feed this guy back through. All right, so now we can put our black trim panel back in. Line those up to the bolt holes, grab those 10 millimeters again and put them back through. Now we can take our trim panel and we're going to set this back into place. Now remember, if you have that fender flare, you want to make sure you're tucking it in underneath of that. So now we can clip our fender flare back in. All right, so now I'm just going to put this push pin back in place up top and push that top portion down. Now I'm going to grab my Phillips head screws and put them back in to the fender flare. Once you have this back in place, you can repeat the same process on the other side. That's gonna wrap up my review and install for the projector headlights in chrome available for the 15 to 17 halogen-equipped F150s. And again, if you're looking to upgrade your front end with a more modern technology, this is a great way to go. You can get yours right here at AmericanTrucks.com.